The day the male lead showed up, he beat me by 1 point and stole my #1 rank. He walked up to my childhood friend Li Kai, all cocky and ridiculously good looking, then looked me dead in the eye and said, "From now on, I'm gonna walk all over you, take everything you've got. Just give up now." Bookworm. Li Kai and I grew up together since we were in diapers. My grades were always top of the class. She was almost always dead last. Because I was obsessed with studying, even when we hung out, like 9 out of 10 times I was in my head working through physics formulas. So she always called me Bookworm. Bookworm. But I knew. Every time that word rolled off her tongue, her eyes were nothing but soft. Then one time, she lost control and pinned me against the wall and said, "Hey, do you have any idea? That obsession you have with studying? Even just a little of it pointed at me would drive me crazy." Now, someone even stronger than me had shown up. Su Mingjae. And from the jump, he was going after Li Kai. He walked right up to her all confident and said, "Li Kai, how about I tutor you?" Li Kai just looked at him kind of puzzled. Su Mingji pointed to himself and said, "I'm the guy they just announced on the intercom. #1 in the grade. Trust me, I've got what it takes." When she heard that, Li Kai glanced over at me. Her eyes said it all, like she just figured something out, and there was even a hint of relief in there. Li Kai just smiled. I looked away, cold, didn't want to watch. But the corner of my eye kept drifting back. She looked down at him, her whole expression impossibly gentle. Su Mingja flashed her this confident grin, showing his little fangs, eyes sparkling with excitement. The classmate next to me couldn't help but whisper, "Li Kai's already down? Aren't you two childhood sweethearts? I honestly thought you guys had a shot." This Su Mingja, top grades and smooth with the ladies. The kid behind us chimed in. "Gotta admit, they're a perfect match, like a fairy tale couple. Like they were born to be together. Too naive." I curled my lips and leaned on my hand with a little smirk. They had no idea what kind of person Li Kai actually was. That calculated sweetness Li Kai just pulled out. It showed up every single time she was clearing obstacles out of my way. Pure, harmless, polite on the surface, yet effortlessly lethal underneath. That's just her thing. Li Kai is the most unhinged guardian I've ever had. Sure, you're impressive, but Li Kai's whole world is me. How much of a chance do you really think your little playbook has? In this story, he needed to max out Li Kai's affection meter. Once it hit 100%, he'd win. And I was the villain. Li Kai's childhood sweetheart who, after Su Mingji showed up, would spiral and do things nobody could understand. That was the original plot outline anyway. The story cut off right when Su Mingji appeared. The moment I transmigrated in, the whole thing was destined to flip upside down because of me. Honestly, it's kind of funny. Before Su Mingji came along, I wasn't even in love with Li Kai. All I cared about was studying. That's why we never got together. Back then, I'd say, all high and mighty, a high schooler's main job is to study. Once we get into the same college, then we can date. Deal? The book painted me as this cold, arrogant top student, looking down on Li Kai for being a slacker with questionable character, while stringing her along because of her family's money. That's why I became the unreachable white moonlight she could never stop thinking about. Then when the male lead showed up, I panicked and went off the rails. In the end, Li Kai got healed by the male lead. The book was right. I didn't love her that much. So I genuinely wanted to know, why did I snap so hard once he showed up? My head used to be nothing but studying. But that's just the story on paper. I refuse to believe Li Kai would actually fall for someone like him. Li Kai is out of her mind, so am I. Su Mingja, you ready to deal with two crazy people? The next day, Su Mingji slid up next to me with this smug look, smirking like he knew something.